Welcome back to Unfiltered, presented by Hustle. I'm Jay Skyline.
I mean, James.
We got Malachi behind the boards, as always, presented by Hustle. And it's time for the sports talk. We getting back in our predictions from last week and checking out what we did. I'm not going to spoil it, but I can just tell I ain't do good. I didn't even need to see the. I mean, it's gonna later in the season I'd be confused, but first week I know what happened pretty easily. Shout out, I did beat him in fantasy football.
Week 1.
We'll see you in like week 10.
Yeah.
So let's get it cracking. We had the Thursday night kickoff, the Chiefs and the Ravens. The Chiefs won off of a toe.
Yeah.
Well, it would have went to overtime. It wasn't like it was over.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it wouldn't have went overtime. They was going for 2. If you was watching it live, it's the only game I got to watch live. My man put 2 up, and then they was like, we got to watch the play, and then...
I was like getting ready for bed. I'm like, no, they're about to go over. Because it was like midnight. They're like, we're going to go overtime. I'm like, shit, I got to stay up. This is the first fucking night. Yeah, that was wild. That game was a good game.
That close.
Yeah.
Did you see the dude snapping at the fans when he was walking out? The dude that caught the ball?
No.
Yo, he was cussing motherfuckers out. So somebody called him something. He's like, "Shut the fuck up." It was like when a kid just has no reply. It was like, "Shut the fuck up." I'm just like, oh, my man's mad.
I'll beat your ass if you was right here.
Yeah, one of those. Like, I was.
Put my hands on you because I'm just that frustrated.
I forget the score. Was it 27-20 or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you have
27-20.
That's the only game I'm gonna have the exact score. Oh no, I think I might have the Rams game score too because I'm pissed about that. That was overtime actually. After that, we got the Eagles.
We didn't get our picks.
Oh yeah,
what happened on that one?
Oh, I got it wrong.
Yeah, so that's why you already know he got it wrong.
Yeah.
He moved on that fast.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I was wrong with you. James got that one correct. So James was up after Thursday.
Yeah.
Officially in first place with the Chiefs.
Okay.
After that, we had the Battle of the Green down in Brazil. The Packers versus the Eagles. It got ugly early. Jordan Love got hurt. He will be out for 3 to 6 weeks. I forget what the exact injury is. The Eagles, Saquon Barkley's back, apparently. Man ran all over them motherfuckers. Jalen Hurts didn't look great, but the Eagles won, I think, by 2 or 3 touchdowns. So where does that leave us on that? I think I picked the Packers.
On that one, you were Packers, me and James were the Eagles. So, again, you had another one wrong. James is up 2-1. I'm in second place after that game.
Correct me if I'm wrong. After that, we get the Falcons and Eagles. Or Falcons and Steelers, my bad.
Yeah.
Falcons and Steelers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a very, I don't know, if I didn't watch it, but from what I understand, it was probably hard to watch. That
It
game.
wasn't.
I mean, apparently TJ had his game.
Yeah, he got a lot of reverse calls. They did a lot of bullshit.
It was a ref stiller defensive game.
Yeah.
Offensively, didn't really do much.
Do you see what I was talking about?
This is week 1. So
This is week 1. No.
I mean, there's definitely some things that need to be adjusted. Yes.
Because I said everything I said last week was top 5 defense. Y'all do what y'all want with them quarterbacks.
I'm always
They went for it on 4th on one of them, and they could have kicked it. Just take the kick.
Yeah.
And they should have did that.
Mike's
It would have been
doing weird shit like that for a
21-10.
while.
You would have been like, oh, who got the 3 touchdowns?
But,
No, it was Boswell.
But it was a straight Bozzy game.
Yo.
I didn't hear Boz
over
kick
53 straight,
Yeah.
3 over 50 yards in the game.
Yeah.
And, won the game. So, it was all on the foot and punted.
Yeah, he had a
to
punter. Punter's out for the season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should have kept the brother.
He got hit real bad.
See who we gave
fucked
up?
his
Like,
knee up or
see,
something.
when I was praising the little brother, the little 6'9" combination we had over there with the special teams. But, yeah, guess who we didn't call back? So, no. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, yeah, Boswell had a punt, they kick it, whatever,
did his thing.
by the 4th quarter.
So that was a stiller. We all.
Steelers won.
We all
It's a win. Boswell won.
Yeah, it was.
MVP.
He's like, remember that throughout the season. If
Yeah.
anything ever happens, it was all me that time. Y'all
Yeah.
wasn't doing nothing. So.
Oh, Boswell been talking shit for a while.
I fuck with Boswell.
Yeah.
So after that, we got, all of us got that one right. It's the only game I got right.
Yep.
After that, we got, I'm forgetting what the Sunday night game was.
One
Rams.
of your peoples.
Oh, Rams and
You trying to
Detroit.
forget.
Mm-hmm.
Rams was winning the game for most of the game. They were winning like 20-7, and
Yeah.
at some point I was doing some shit, and then it turned out to be like 20-20 in fucking overtime, and then things didn't go well from there.
Yeah.
Tired of, and this is the same. This is one thing I will give the NFL. They was petty this year. Like half the first week games were rematches of playoff matchups. because this was the last team the Rams faced. The Ravens Chiefs was a rematch of the playoffs too. So I'm like, they were doing some shit. So
Shout out Detroit. Shout out to the Detroit family. You know.
How long's Puka out?
I think like 2 or 3 weeks. I think they're saying they're going weekly, but he's not. He ain't playing this week.
Yeah.
I mean, good thing with the league I got him in. I got Xavier Worthy, who I had on the fucking bench this week and got 20 points. I think I won that league anyway. I'm just saying. But yeah, no. Yeah.
So what do we get?
You two got that. I got
You
Yeah.
got that right. Me and James got that. At this point, James is still winning. He was winning. It's 4-3-1. You know, so James had a great week so far. And then we get into Monday night.
Monday night. I'm actually disappointed in the NFL this year. I was liking the first week doubleheader Monday night games. I feel like that always made it fun for us.
Yeah.
So we only got one. I think it's because of the
We got the Friday night.
because of the Brazil Friday game. But we only got one game, and it's the Jets and the 49ers. This is another one of those petty first week matchups because Aaron Rodgers is from San Francisco, and he was like a 49ers fan growing up.
Damn, okay.
He also has
on his mind.
He also has a
Wow,
really
yeah.
bad record against the 49ers, which is something I guess I should
Huh.
Setup game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
like,
plays for the Jets.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
his-
it
I
was
think he
bad,
only
man.
has like 1 or 2 wins all time against the 49ers. This man's been in the league for like 15 years.
Damn.
And he's been in the NFC most of the time, so he plays them decently. It's not like an AFC, NFC
I
thing like
picked the
that.
Niners without knowing all this.
Damn.
It wasn't until everything like shook out and I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, that was a wrong decision off of like what I should know. This wasn't about like that was the thing. Like I was all happy he's back, and I think
Yeah, that's what. You got.
because I still think they're gonna make the playoffs. I just think that
Yeah.
I should have thought about this first game.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got that right. Y'all two got that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That gives
Damn.
me 4 wins.
I just thought he
tied
would.
with James after week 1.
Damn.
Me and James tied for first.
That's
You with luckily won. Luckily you picked the Steelers week 1 because you cannot pick us sometimes.
you already know how I feel about the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all knew I had confidence this week. After that, we got
1-4.
the one thing before
4-1,
we get into the next
4-1.
part. I would like to bring up one thing that happened in college this weekend. So college has had a bunch of weird things happen, but one thing I found out that's astonishing. So Army, you know, the military academies have football teams.
Yeah.
Army was playing FIU this week and was winning by 10 in the fourth quarter and went for a fake field goal into a speed option. That just sounds like that story sounds crazy to me. Again, this is something I wanted
Did
to
they
toss.
lose the game?
They still won.
Okay, maybe that was the time to try it. Maybe they were trying it out while they were up early, so they might be able to, put that in their arsenal later on and letting people know, don't assume. I feel like they were comfortable enough. Maybe it wasn't too out the way. Hopefully, our Army's strategic. I'm trying to give them
you just like that.
strategy.
It's
Hopefully
like,
it wasn't just like, we just tried something like, I don't want you going, because that, like, you don't need to be going. Yeah, so hopefully they were led into a strategic later in the season.
That was the old thing where I was just like, yeah, this story happened. Like I said, also, Northern Illinois upset Notre Dame. I don't have like a weird part of that story. It just happened.
I just want to go on record saying it.
Well, because I was like, why is he just randomly talking about Army? And there was other bigger college stories. I'm like, that's the biggest college story. I'll be honest with that. It was just the idea that Army, who's not a great football, none of the military academies have been great since the 50s.
Again, I want you to be better at whatever you're going to school for in some schools. And military is one of them.
yeah.
Well, the biggest thing is there's
He's
weight.
a running back, so is he going to run a grenade over there or something like that?
Well, the problem for the military academies is they have weight limits because you have to be a certain like weight and height. You have to be in a parameter to be in the military.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't have like a 320-pound lineman.
Yeah.
So all the linemen are less.
Crazy.
Right.
Damn.
That's the same way they athletically play, man. You want to go, brother? You can. I feel like
That's why the military academies run options because they have their offensive lines are too small to do normal offenses.
Oh, man.
You ever notice that like all the military academies do that weird offense where there's a fullback behind them and the running backs are to the side, and they do the motions all the time?
Mm-hmm.
That's because they're playing a game of speed and deception.
So, I mean, damn. I don't know why that disappointed me a little bit.
So back on the NFL tip, we get into the second week. I got to make some comebacks. Everybody else is doing
Yeah,
their
you
thing.
I gotta keep it up.
So, James, I'm going to let you run down because you've been a little quiet. What's the first game Thursday night?
Thursday night, Bills and Dolphins at Dolphins. So Miami,
What's-
I know
Why
where
don't you
he's
start?
going.
This is your...
going to
Yeah.
Dolphins. What do you
I
mean?
was saying, he doesn't start the season off.
Damn.
Did they
Yeah.
win last week?
Yeah, they did. Both the
Yeah.
Bills and the Dolphins won last week.
Okay, but I'm just saying for him and his Dolphins, like it gets tricky if one of his teams is like winning over the Steelers. Is he gonna like jump ship. Bro.
No.
Like, he will. He will.
So where are you going with it?
Bills, Dolphins. I think I'm since I didn't do New York last week, like just in my Steelers predictions. I think I'll do New York this week, and I'll go.
Going Buffalo?
Then I just went to Miami, went down to Florida, and then it was all right. So do I go with the, you know me, going off emotional
Oh,
pick?
he loves he
Yeah.
loves trading on the
This
city.
one is do I go hometown or like not hometown, but
Second home.
second home or
That's Buffalo.
great trip. I know. But it's
Like
still
Buffalo,
here.
too.
I went to Buffalo.
So I've been to
Okay.
Buffalo. I've been
Okay,
to
I mean,
Buffalo
I've been to
this
Buffalo.
Shout out to bro being
All right.
out there for a minute. And my homie. So I'm make a long story short. I'm gonna go Bills. I'm gonna go against James.
Shit.
I think I can play around since we're tied.
All right.
I'm gonna go with what happened last week because we also have to think about Tyreek Hill getting arrested before the game and still balling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Okay.
He actually scored a touchdown and did like a celebration of being arrested, which I don't know if that's the best move on the planet.
Yeah, there's a lot. Especially with the stuff not being settled yet, I'd have kind of like held off on waiting.
My man, he was in handcuffs like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like.
No, I'm just saying, like, on the field, like, stuff, it's like, then whenever, like, the case or the way it's looked at, it's like, well, you were joking about it after, like, so you couldn't have been too, like, kind of
Yeah.
perception of, like, but, again, whole situation, hope it irons out the right way. But I'm going Bills.
All right.
I went Dolphins, so it's me and James Dolphins. Luke goes the Bills.
Go again.
Where we at with the next game, James?
Is that Steelers, Bengals,
Yeah,
or no,
Broncos.
Steelers, Broncos?
I'll let Malachi go first. He's the aficionado of the Steelers.
Then,
Oh, damn.
yeah, damn. I didn't know I was getting that
Yeah,
title today.
yeah.
And for the people, I'm in black and white because I was just fucking around with So, and I think I'm going to be this way all season. That way I don't have to match or do anything like that.
The problem is you already were matching today.
But I'm going to stay with the Steelers, I believe. Actually,
Wow.
due to the picks last week card,
Mm-hmm.
I had the Broncos early.
Whoa.
Going by our early
You're
picks.
gonna go from last
And
week? You gonna live by that?
I think I'm going to live by the card.
Oh.
I'm going to live by the card. Ooh, maybe not. No, because I had a great season when I'm living by the card. So I'm going to live by the card. I'm going to go Broncos.
Damn.
It's a different season, baby.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm in black and white. Keep it shit simple.
Yeah, all right.
Keep it shit simple this year.
I'm going to stay with the Steelers. My pick was the Steelers the first 2 weeks. I'm going to ride with
Yeah.
them before the cliff falls off.
I think the Steelers. Did I say the Steelers too?
Yeah,
We'll
yes, y'all did.
we'll let
Everybody
this.
going with the card?
Yeah, we'll go with the card.
Let the card ride
The
this
Steelers for the first few weeks are going to be card for me until because they haven't showed nothing about what I didn't think was true.
Yeah, don't forget that you got him going 6-11. Just everybody don't know what he has on the card.
Oh yeah, this 2-0 ain't like for long.
It ain't for long.
My biggest thing is I just don't think the Broncos are one of the few teams that I really think are worse than the Steelers. I don't think the Falcons are worse than the Steelers. I just think it's the early season with a bunch of new parts. I do think by the end of the season, the Falcons, because of how bad their division is, they might be a playoff team.
I'm not gonna do too much like analyzing it but I would say if the Steelers are still figuring it out after week 1, going into week 2 like they are, Broncos might be able to find a way to get like they had no touchdowns. So if the Broncos get 2 touchdowns and the Steelers are still going through the
one thing I get the Broncos, they have a Super
put it
Bowl.
on Ballsy twice, you might get like him falling short by a little bit and it's still like damn.
They got Sean Payton, so they have a Super Bowl head coach. So it's not like they got a new head coach that can like look at the film and try to figure some shit out.
Going with, like, well, you see me doing this?
Hey, I'll pick the
Switching it up.
Steelers, but I try to be objective about what's going on with both teams.
Yeah.
So what's we got? So what we got with you, James?
Was it,
The Steelers or
yes,
Broncos?
we're running the next
We
one.
on the Bears, Houston.
All right,
It's on you.
Bears was basically the same thing as the Steelers. Defense won. that
All
game.
defense,
Shit,
special
the
teams.
The
yeah.
Titans head coach basically said once they had the lead, if we would have punted the rest of the game, we would have probably won. Which might be true because I think they had like 3 turnovers for touchdowns or some
Yeah, so
shit.
giving them the ball to get it back is better than trying to,
I started Caleb Williams. The man didn't do nothing. So I'm going with Houston. I'm going ride with the team that I actually think is a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, that's a real contender there. I'm gonna go with the Texans as well.
Oh. Well, I said at the beginning of this broadcast, on this one when we wrote it down, I said the Bears. I'm gonna stick with that.
All right.
It's gonna be a make or break week for me.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna be, but with you being 1-4 and you 4-1, I'm going to either fall in between or tie
Yeah.
still. So
Yeah.
it's fine to do this week.
So we got one more game. It's a small week for us until we get to the international games, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So we have Monday night.
Falcons versus the Eagles.
That's right.
Fly, let them fly, let them fly.
You, James? I mean, I know my pick. It's not hard, but you got it.
Jalen Hurts is out.
Well, he's out?
Wait, you said he
You just
was?
said he was out. No.
No,
Hurts-
Jordan Love.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jordan Love. Oh.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Jordan Love, the Packer quarterback, though. We don't have any
Yeah.
games with them this week. But no, Jordan Love is out.
Jordan. Yeah.
No, if the
Jordan-
Eagles quarterback was out, there's a decent chance we getting Kenny Pickett. I'd have switched sides pretty quick.
No, I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
We heard it here. All right. You going or you going?
I already basically said it, but what I just said, it's Eagles unless Kenny Pickett's playing.
You want Kenny?
Fuck no.
Saquon's still there.
Falcons lost to us. It really wasn't that bad of a game for them. Eagles coming off the window. I always do say,
Now, they're always
PA.
they say jet lag and stuff like that.
Oh, here we
but
go.
I'm always. I mean, I can see they playing the next day. I always say I pick PA. But the way this week's going, I'm picking Falcons. I'm switching against y'all all the way. So Falcons.
Mook.
Yes.
All right.
Not one pick with y'all this week. That's
Not
crazy.
one?
Not one. Y'all picked the same.
We've been
the
running.
whole rundown is y'all completely the same.
Oh,
but I'm
shit.
completely different.
So either me and
It's
Jordan
either y'all are right or
fold.
I'm right. Or
Damn.
I mean, it could go 50-50.
Yeah.
You're
But-
about to jump over us, or
He's
yeah,
he's going to be
still
with me.
being a weird tie with him unless I don't get one. But I've been at the bottom of the, yeah, coming to week 2. But that's
Damn.
a great week 2 pick. I feel like that's a great.
I feel like it's better to get some of these out the way earlier than trying to force your way back up later.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
going opposite. I'm in black and white now, y'all. Like,
I mean, no, 'cause this is
Simple.
one of the few times I think we went in order outside of the last one with the Eagles. But like we went in order, everybody was picking one at a time. So
and it ended up this way. So we'll see. Week
Yeah.
2 is big week.
yeah.
Jump or dump.
Jump
Jump
or
or dump
dump.
week for me. Jump or dump. I don't know. New hashtag for the, I don't know. Black and white. There we go, people.
I'm just waiting for us to get into our buddy over here, so you can start messing up your picks with them.
It'll happen. It's gonna happen with the Steelers with you, and then it'll sooner or later happen depending on which one of his 19 teams out of the league.
I was talking about the Jaguars.
Oh, the Jaguars. We got them.
Not this week.
Not for a while.
No, when we get into those Jaguar games, I'm gonna
Somehow
see.
they affect me. Like it'll be
Yeah.
the Rams versus Jaguars, and we'll need that game. Or somehow they become topic. Like, all right, anything outside of NFL though. I mean, I'm sorry to switch y'all topic for
Yeah.
y'all.
It's more of a somber week. R.I.P. James Earl Jones.
Yes.
That
There's
was
something else this week with that I want to say, but I don't know yet. Keep on.
That was the only one. I mean, I know there was a couple other, but that was the big one for me.
Is it wild that I have to be on camera to say this since I'm saying it, not y'all? Is it wild
also,
that
well, go ahead.
James Earl Jones dying, the impact was kind of softened by him dying and coming to America too for me? Like, it was wild. Like, when it was like James Earl Jones died, it was like, I seen Coming to America too when he died. Like, it was just like, but I kind of like, when he died, and now I was like, fuck, James Earl
Yeah.
Jones dying. It was like kind of. So I don't know if it was just for me or if there's anyone out there that had that same, but it was just like when I seen it, it wasn't as, damn, it was just like.
Well, also
damn,
seeing
like,
that he
kinda-
was 93 makes it like
I
feel
mean, yeah, age
Yeah.
makes it like, well.
that's one of those ones where it's like, it was
It wasn't
93.
tragic, I don't believe.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't
the other
think so.
R.I.P. is Rich Homie Quan. That one kind of
Rich
came
Homie Quan.
shockingly.
You were
Yeah.
asking about
Last
him.
week's, you asked, we're going to find out what happened to Rich Homie Quan if we get a,
Subpoena.
documentary.
No document. I thought it was.
No, he was like, if we get a documentary for this
Oh.
case and the whole YSL or whatever
Yeah.
thing, we're going to finally find out what happened to the Rich Gang, and you said that. That was the way.
Yeah, you're like we.
And then 2 days later.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, we found out. Like that was crazy. Like so, but we're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Joking. Fact.
No.
It was just very
No, it's just
ironic.
Yeah.
That's was the question, and then like we all when that happened was like shit.
So how did it happen? Like, is
they're still waiting, but they're kind of saying overdose.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing too.
But again, that's allegedly. There's no confirmed stuff yet.
That's conspiracy guys over here.
Nah, yeah.
I'll take on that.
Yeah,
Like, any type of status always.
The conspiracy is he was just subpoenaed.
See, and then I'll go there before I find out facts.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and then it's just like the unraveling is always like.
That is the one weird thing is he was just subpoenaed, I guess, for the Thug trial.
See.
Right.
And we were saying if we get the documentary, so then we possibly will need the documentary now.
Yeah.
To find out more stuff about things on this timeline of what's going on with that whole thing.
So
that's great.
One thing I do feel bad for Rich Homie Quan's children and his significant other. There's been like 4 women, including a female rapper, that have come out and said they were in active relationships with him. So shit's gotten messy in death.
Pretty sure it's messy in the public. It might not be as messy to the people involved.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably is. There's always. I'm like,
But they're all grieving their own way.
Yeah,
I mean,
But so people go through your clothes when you die. So
yeah,
that's what you're doing, finding nickels and coins. So
but yeah, on that, hey man, like no, it was.